Hi there and welcome once again. Please give a thumbs up if you like what you see, and please do share, because this is the only way that we can actually raise awareness for Amaru and for Gingy, justice for Amaru and for Gingy, and raise awareness on the child industry in Denmark. Before I go any further, I know that yesterday I actually explained I was going to show the file, and I'm also going to show you the file today. But before I do that, I just want to shed light on something which I find is quite important in relation to the file. 4 weeks after Amaru was snatched from the arms of his mother, we were summoned to children's court. Present in the court that day were Gingy, myself, and 9 other people, including our lawyer. And they were all white. They had the judge, they had 3 psychologists, and they had 2 social advisors and 2 politicians. So all in all, we were 11 people. Gingy and I were the only black people in court that day. It was like a round table talk, if you like, and they placed us very strategically, and I think this was done on purpose, in the center of so everybody could look at us. So we were on display that day. The way she spoke to us, as I said, was very condescending. Now, she caught us off guard. We looked at each other and we were shocked. She was talking to us as if we were children, and that she was here to put us on our places. And this is not something new to black people in general, because we find ourselves daily, we find ourselves in situations where people feel that they have the right to talk to us the way they want to, because black people are animals. Black people you can talk to as you like, you can abuse them, and you can ill-treat them, and you can intimidate them, and you, with all disregard for our human rights. So this is how I felt that day. I was caught off guard, and I felt terrible that I couldn't actually defend my daughter against this form of abuse. Now, Gingy is a very, very strong, she's a very strong woman. And that is what I like her for. But this has also gotten Gingy into a lot of problems with them, because she was the type of person that if she feels that you ill-treat her, she would always stand up for herself. She was always the person that stands that can stand up for herself. And I think this has actually also gotten Gingy into a lot of problems in a country where people sometimes feel intimidated by strong black women. When that is said and done, we were also at that point in time finding ourselves in a situation where we're still trying to come to grips with the situation that we found ourselves in. We were still shocked. We had just lost Amaru. We were shattered, and we were also very, 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 very saddened by the whole situation, and we were still traumatized by this entire event that suddenly we found ourselves in, a situation that we suddenly found ourselves in. Having to accept this form of abuse was just so it was shocking. It was shocking to me that something like this could happen in Denmark. I never knew that people in power feel themselves entitled. They feel this form of entitlement that they can abuse their powers in a way that they do, and that a lot of people that find them in these situations, they sometimes are unable to fend for themselves and to stand up for themselves. Now, when this is said and done, I am going to show you the file. About 4 weeks ago, I actually spoke to Nero. excuse me, and told her that I would like to see the file because I have to know what they have written about not only Gingy, but maybe also about this family. Because the last meeting we had gone to, as I spoke yesterday about it, yes, Basu said, if I look into your file, your family's file, are you sure I'm not going to find anything that would be incriminating? And I said, feel free to do so. What I should have said, looking at it in retrospect, I should have said, what file are you actually talking about? Now, family, yes, the file. What I thought was a file was actually a box. This is the file. Just see if I can lift it up. This is the file they actually. This is the file they actually have on Gingy. Now I'm asking myself, what kind of a state accumulates so much data on their citizens, and for what purpose do they accumulate this data? What do they use it for? I'm asking myself, what do they use it for? Now, coming from South Africa and having lived under apartheid, South Africans in this country should be very, very aware. They should feel very what is the word I can use? They should be asking themselves questions if they can accumulate this form of so much information on a young woman. What else do they have on all of us? I'm asking myself why. There is something terribly wrong in the state of Denmark. What do they use their data for? What do they use their information when they collect information on families, on political people that are involved in grassroots organizations? I'm sure that people should be shocked. This should be an eye-opener for all of us. So when Basu says and asks in a meeting, if I look into your file, are you sure I'm not going to find anything? Yes, Basu, what did you find? Where is my file? This is Gingy's file. Where's my file? What file are you talking about?